Meet Marcus. He is 28 years old, completely exhausted, and currently frozen between two completely opposing career realities. On his left is the startup mindset. The productivity gurus tell him to treat every role like a founder, move fast, break the rules, iterate constantly, and embrace extreme hustle to secure rapid growth. On his right is the institutional mindset. The veterans argue that startup glorification is mostly survivorship bias, noting that most startups actually fail. To them, deep mastery, institutional knowledge, and methodical execution are what yield long-term success. The problem is, modern productivity culture romanticizes extreme startup hustle, but institutional employment officially rewards quiet, steady compliance. Marcus is trying to accommodate both, and the friction is destroying his output. Grab a piece of paper and draw a simple 4-quadrant grid. We are going to build a custom operating system to solve this. We call this the hybrid career blueprint. It eliminates career paralysis by systematically merging the aggressive speed of a founder with the protective depth of an institutionalist. Let's fill it out. Step 1 is Quadrant 1. We need to explicitly define your next 2 to 4 years of employment as a strategic mutual partnership rather than an open-ended commitment. Reid Hoffman calls this the tour of duty. The concept is straightforward. Open-ended corporate loyalty is an outdated model. You must replace it with a targeted mission. In the top left box, write down exactly what you will build for your employer and exactly what specific portfolio case study you will extract in return. Now for Quadrant 2. You are going to build a protective career moat by selecting just one rare, highly valuable skill to methodically master. Newport emphasizes becoming so good they can't ignore you. This requires prioritizing deep, focused skill acquisition over the illusion of agile busyness. Commit to 90 minutes of uninterrupted, daily mastery on this specific skill. During this window, you will completely ignore shallow tasks like checking email or chat messages. Before this, Marcus generated dozens of unfinished, low-quality tasks trying to hustle. Now, that dedicated 90 minutes yields a singular, high-impact project. If you resonate with Marcus's journey out of the hustle trap, hit subscribe to Growth Systems Daily. We build leveraged systems like this every single week. Defining a strict timeline and mastering one deep skill ensures you operate as an asset to be levered, rather than a worker to be managed. Let's move to Quadrant 3. Look at your current job and identify one severely broken process or persistent bottleneck happening right now. Here is where we apply the startup ideology championed by founders like Thiel. You have to take extreme ownership. Stop waiting for bureaucratic permission to solve obvious problems. Paul Graham frequently highlights that founder-level culture relies on rapid iteration. You build, you test, and you refine, rather than succumbing to corporate complacency. In the bottom left box, write down the minimum viable product you will build and launch this week to fix that broken process. Keep it simple and execute fast. Finally, Quadrant 4 introduces Nassim Taleb's concept of antifragility. To grow, you must systematically expose your career to upside risk. Write down one action to take this month, like publishing insights online, with massive potential upside. If your career shatters from one mistake, it is fragile. But if your system absorbs failure and converts it into new opportunities, you become anti-fragile. Injecting a bias for action to solve problems while maintaining an anti-fragile shield guarantees that even complete project failures will ultimately accelerate your career growth. Look at your completed blueprint. You now possess a defined time frame, a targeted deep skill, a rapid action protocol, and an anti-fragile shield. Marcus is no longer paralyzed. He is walking a newly forged, elevated third path, entirely bypassing the chaotic fast lane and the gloomy corporate maze. Possessing this blueprint is only the first step. Executing the daily habits required to sustain this system over time is the true challenge. To lock in Quadrant 2, click the video on screen right now to learn how to structure a morning routine for deep work. And remember to subscribe to Growth Systems Daily to keep upgrading your operating system.